What is up, Pump Fake Pod? Back in the house. How we doing, fellas?
Fucking beautiful day. Best day of the year, baby. Hell of a day.
Best day of the year.
Best day of the year, hands down.
Why is that?
Arizona will be 6-0 and had a cake-ass day at work. Rhythm 2-0 in the day NBA games too. So just having quite the day. So yeah, it's my favorite day of the year personally so far.
Hell yeah.
Right on. You said Arizona 6-0. Well,
would be.
He would be
Give Arizona hit.
If Arizona, yeah, you're gonna be 6-0. You're saying, nice.
Pop a little fizzy too. Celebrate.
Yeah, a little sparkling water. Get a little fancy.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. Best day. Looks like you bet some NBA tonight of all things. Shout out our sponsor, Rhythm. Rhythm CEO did reschedule as you see the episode title changed from what it was originally was. She rescheduled to Wednesday, so we will get that all wrapped up and rescheduled already. So we'll get that title out, and we'll just have to hear from the Rhythm story next week, guys. So yeah, Rhythm's been great. I think it's gonna be an awesome. It's gonna be an awesome interview. I was looking forward to tonight. But on the East Coast, some power outages and stuff like that. I get it. So we'll move that to next Wednesday, fellas, I believe, with our Rhythm CEO, Megan Lanham.
Sounds good.
I can't wait. I was excited, pumped up tonight. But unfortunately, shit happens.
Indubitably.
Yep, shit happens. I was digging out mounds of snow, helping out cars and whatnot. So, yes, craziness. You guys held the Pump Fake Pod down last night. I caught the early part of it. How'd everything go? It looked like a good day for Trevor, it sounds like. Started off with some day basketball. How'd that work out for everybody?
Terrible. Fairleigh Dickinson, man. Definitely fair dick. So the Dolphins came through. They're asexual mammalian dolphin whatever came through and beat the dick.
Always Lemoyne started my day off good. I was enjoying Lemoyne for sure. I saw that line. I was like, I'm not falling for that. Lemoyne's way better and one of the best teams in the NEC. So and then South Carolina State got it done. That was a good exciting bet. Do you guys have any action on that?
I like Carolina State money line. Trevor was too scared to pull the trigger on that one.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah.
You pull the trigger, you would have been 7-0, my guy. Even better.
Woulda.
Hey, Kobe Bryant says I'd rather be 0 for 20 than 0 for 5. But
and Michael Jordan says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Amen.
Michael Scott said that.
And then we had a couple games postponed, of course. We had a few games postponed. The Wagner game, I saw the one bet that Trevor actually put on the sheet. No, he's 6-0. Wagner plus 10.5. That bet got postponed. Tarleton State got postponed. So we had some games postponed. One of them that didn't postpone was Duke and Cameron Indoor Stadium. Louisville plays an okay first half. Absolutely gets onslaught the second half. It's the same old song and dance as Louisville. I'm an idiot for betting the Cardinals again and Pat Kelsey's pussy ass.
I've been fooled one too many times by the get-up spot for Louisville and Pat Kelsey. I said, not today, Satan, and I went with the Devils of Duke and easy cash. Didn't even really have to pay attention too much. Once they just couldn't hit shots from deep, they were cooked. I mean, they got 30 piece on the road. Michael Brown, like 1 of 13, something like that. 1 of 14. He was not good after looking pretty good in his original return last outing. So, Louisville, they are who we thought they were.
Yeah, I mean, they're same thing as last year. Good start, and then just can't compete in the ACC with the big names, especially on the road, getting good wins. They're going to be a low seed in the NCAA tournament yet again.
They can't beat S tier, A tier teams anybody in that B tier range or something, they can easily beat those teams, but they have no business playing any of those S tier teams. They just get waxed every single time.
Yeah, I was on I had the Blue Devil parlay. Was on Duke and Central Connecticut State. Central Connecticut State, the fake Blue Devils didn't come through for me. Duke money line, easy, no sweat. But yeah, that one stung a little bit. Second time that they've let me down in a little parlay. So I don't know. They're not as good as they have been in the past. They're 4-4 now in NEC play, so might be staying off them for a while. Just need to prove it to me a little bit. And then that Louisville Duke over didn't have a shot after Louisville kind of shit the bed in the second half. So that was a good little 0-3 start, but looks like I'm gonna bounce back 2-3, win the last two bets. So not about how you start, how you finish. 2-3 right now, or I'll be 2-3. Would have been maybe 4-3 probably with Wagner and Tarleton. I felt confident in those. I know Trevor was confident.
It was my favorite bet of the day. I loved Wagner.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I can tell. Wagner plus 10.5 just littered on the sheet out of all the bets for Trevor there. I know that record's not been updated in quite some time on the sheet either, but I did not do. I had a 2-0 night at first, and then fell 2-3. I had a couple bets void as well. Yesterday I was 0-3, had bets void, so wasn't a great day there. But didn't get a chance to talk. Saturday went 40-36, so it looks like a similar record to Elliott. 40-36, made like 0.4 units. So all that work for not even making a half unit, but we'll take it. So we're sitting now at 940, 778 on the year, 781 as of 942 and 781 as of today. We will be at high 57 units. So we tracked down a little bit after our get up Saturday, close to 60 units. So we got to get some back on the Super Tuesday slate after the last 2 days of bullshit. But I'm confident that we will. Why did I buy into BYU? Arizona, best team in the country. They're absolutely rolling. I don't think anyone can stop them. Not even Michigan.
They're so good, and they don't live and die by the three. Like, they love to get inside and get downhill in the paint, get mid-range shots. They can hit threes, but they just love to get down. They're so big and physical. They just like to bully you. So they're fun to watch. BYU, little late to start trying to hit threes and put on a valiant effort. But shout out Arizona. They showed up and played, but minute and a half left. I guess anything could happen in college basketball. But pretty
lose
damn
by
good.
one BYU, I guess. I'm on there plus 1.5.
I missed the +1 for Arizona and got the pick at the -110.
Nice. Yeah. Weird kind of slate. UTRGV wins outright. Morgan State wins outright. Jackson State wins outright. I took Penn State plus 12.5. I couldn't bring myself to bet it, though. They're fucking terrible. But you know how much I hate that Ohio State team and whatnot. Did you guys get eyes on that? I watched a little bit of it, but that game stung. That game stunk.
Yeah, Ohio State came out to kind of a big lead right off the bat, but then Penn State really kind of fought back, played hard. I was on Penn State too, but I think last night I just said there's no way I'm laying this with Ohio State, and there's also no way I'm taking the points with Penn State because they could get blown out by 20 pretty quickly. So I took Penn State plus the points. I thought it was the right side. It ended up being the right side, but should have bet it maybe. But no, I'm glad I stayed off, if I'm being honest, even though it came through.
Yeah, I did not get eyes on this. I had Jackson State FAMU on the other TV while I had Duke and Louisville on the other. So did not have Ohio State, Penn State on. I saw Penn State was up, or Ohio State was up big, and then Penn State made it a game. So I guess good on them for competing at Ohio State. But I thought that might have been a spot Ohio State could drill them in. Clearly not. So regardless, good win. Ohio State, I guess, finally got a win.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to be proud of when you beat up on Penn State. We would put Penn State in our bottom or P5, bottom 4 Final Four, I guess, is what we would like to call it. But yeah, it was a fun slate. Good little mix, and we got a good little mix tonight, or for tomorrow as well too, because we got a good one. All these snowstorms and whatnot is getting us hunkered down a little bit, which is good. I'm excited about it for the most part. You guys hanging in there? I don't know how bad. I mean, we're all from the Midwest. It's not that bad for me. I enjoy shoveling snow. Was shoveling snow super fucking hard. Got the driveway out. You got to flex the driveways. Come on, Elliot. Let's go. How we doing, fellas? You guys surviving out there?
No snow up here, just cold as fuck. Minus 40 on Friday, and then today was only like -5, so it's getting nice. It'll be 20 next week, so temperatures are going up, but didn't get any snow whatsoever.
Who the fuck would want to live in a state that gets to -40 and you can't legally bet sports?
It was with the wind chill. It was with the wind chill. It was only like -26 actual.
I'm sorry.
So what do you do when you go? Like, what you go outside? Like, what's the deal there?
I mean, you can go outside. You're not going to die, but it's not enjoyable. So, I mean, start the car, let it warm up if you got to go somewhere, and then drive in the warmth of the car and make sure you have a nice jacket on. I don't know. It's about it. I'll just throw on the Carhartt and I'll be good to go. The Milwaukee heated jacket, game changer.
How long you heat up the car for?
My work pays for my gas, so I don't give a fuck. I'd let it run for 15, 20 minutes. I don't give a shit.
You got automatic starter? You got to go out there and
No,
start
I got to go out and start it, but it's in the garage, so it's not too cold to deal with.
I'm thankful for a little insulated garage here, too. I was in the house this year for whatnot. That's funny, man. You got make dripping faucets, do all of the things. You got to take care of things, just like you got to do on the gambling ring and on the gambling circuit as well, because that is the fun part about gambling. You got to take care of it all. You got to take care of the discipline, and it's been a good season so far. Trevor with the big winner of the night, 6-0. We're not counting that NBA fucking.
No, 4-0 college. 4-0
Get the hell out of here. Yeah, whatever the hell. None of that BS. I'm betting on snow cross. And
I noticed there were games during the day. I was like, well, I need something to watch during the week.
Yeah. You bet against the Pacers, I'm assuming then.
No, I took some guy on the Hawks over his points, rebounds, assists. That was easy. And then I took Hornets -2.5 in the second game, and they won by 30. So two blowout easy winners from Rhythm. Shout out Rhythm for the 2 free units while I was sitting at work.
Yeah, shout out Rhythm. Rhythm, make sure to use promo code PFP25 on the bottom of the screen for promo code for 25% off your first month with Rhythm. And shout out Rhythm. They've been cooking and rolling, helping me out for sure. I can't wait to gamble today because 2-5 the last 2 days, 40 and 36. So really 42 and 41 the last 3 days after a hot week. Could not lose last week, but we're going to pick it back up. And shout out my man Dot. After a terrible losing week, and I bet $10 on Morgan State when they were down with about 3 minutes left. They came back and won $10 to $324. I'm in. I'm lit. Let's go, Dot.
Oh, yeah. That's a hell of a hit. That's a hell of a fucking hit.
Hell of a hit. And that's like the beauty of
You got to buy a jersey now. Dot. Go buy some.
Don't go to Fanatics, though. They think a jersey is just plastering a logo on this spot right here. That is not cutting it. Got to go deeper than that. But yeah, Dot, thanks for the donation. Appreciate you giving that out. We love Morgan State. And
shout out, Coach. Appreciate that donation as well. Health and wealth, baby. I know you have had a good 2026 so far. So shout out to you on paying off some debt and getting some new guns after hitting some insane bets last week, apparently, Coach. So hell yeah, let's get it. Let's keep stacking it up.
Hell yeah, my friend. Let's freaking go. Dot and Coach. Always appreciate you, Coach. Coach. Follow on Instagram. Let's go. And no, Kelly, Trevor is different. But we all are one team and one unit because Rhythm's been a great partner. So no, and the CEO of Rhythm is actually pronounced Megan, which we will get into for sure. And we'll have her on. I was definitely looking forward to have her on because she's an Indiana State grad. We got Indiana State on the slate tomorrow. But we'll make sure to have her on next week, maybe. I think she said Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to make Wednesday work. So hopefully Indiana State plays. I'm not sure. But I know that I'm ready to gamble for sure, if you can't tell. Can't wait to gamble today. Let's get freaking rocking and rolling here, fellas.
Hey, Dot, here's some Morgan State merch I found. Look at this jacket. What a steal.
Wow.
50% off. Look at
Is that Fanatics, though?
Fans Edge.
Okay, Fans Edge. Is this
Fans
like
Edge.
That's kind of a sick jacket. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? That's what I was.
That's sick. I couldn't wear that personally, but I would look horrible in that. But I think that looks fresh for sure.
I couldn't find any jerseys that weren't Fanatics though. So
that's tough.
You got to go to like you just got to type it in on like
DHgate.
No, like go to Google Shopping and then type in like the name Morgan State jersey, and then you gotta like dig deep, and then you can avoid like whatever. Like it's a little more pricier, but it's like NIL. It's like an NIL site, and they'll take you and like literally give you like an NIL player, and like if they're linked up, and most of them are, they're like $100, but still, hey, you hit a parlay, it's only a 30 or big win,
dude. They got old school Morgan State jerseys here. Hold on. One more screen share here.
Athlete's thread, Trevor.
Look at these. Look at these old school jerseys.
Puzzle's got a bone to pick with you, Huff.
Look at those. Those things are fire.
I mean, how could you not tell he was ball? It wasn't ball.
Yeah.
He thought he had the horseshoe, the classic horseshoe.
Oh shit! You guys can't see it. Yeah. Those are pretty fire.
Nah, that jacket, bro. If
jacket was nice. It's a nice looking jersey.
He buys that jacket for $150. They get free shipping.
Where the hell can we buy that though? Rally?
You can buy it right here.
See, there's the one I'm talking about. The athlete's threads or whatever. The one with collegiate
Lux, whatever.
I
don't know. Interesting looking jersey. Pretty sweet.
I bought a Morgan State jersey and nothing came in the mail. It's been months. It's awful. God, please, Morgan State, come in the mail for me. But they've been coming hot in the mail for sure. Mail on Sunday even, I would say. And today was tax season. IRS is officially open, everyone. So forego the bullshit gambling. Be ready for the phantom stuff. Doesn't matter. We're gambling. We're having a great time, and we're gonna bury these books no matter all the hurdles they give us. Because I cannot wait to gamble today, and it is almost today, but we'll count it. Woo! Alabama State laying 1.5 against Texas Southern. This game is at 2:00. No CBS Sports. Nothing. I mean, can we get ESPNU? Anything. Nope. Not even ESPN Plus, I don't think, for these games at 2:00. The reschedule, Alabama State versus Texas Southern. Texas Southern off of a home win against Alabama A&M. Alabama State off of a road win against Prairie View A&M. I mean, Alabama State's been playing pretty good. Haven't been the best team on the road, but they've gotten 2 road wins, Mississippi Valley State, Prairie View in their conference. I think Alabama State's defense is too tough for Texas Southern here. I think Texas Southern, who's won 3 of their last 4, yes, they can get hot, but I think Alabama State's guard play is going to disrupt them a little bit. I love John Anderson and Micah Simpson, Tyler Bird. They're a solid backcourt, and I think they're going to absolutely disrupt Texas Southern's guards, and Texas Southern just doesn't have the facilities for that big man on defense. So give me Alabama State on the road, getting it done.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like this Alabama State team. They're playing really good ball. Texas Southern, at home hasn't been amazing this year. Their 2 wins are Miss Valley State and then Alabama A&M. So congratulations. This will be the toughest team they've placed in the conference so far. Well, I guess Southern they have played, but still, it'll be a tough competition. I'll take Alabama State, better team. Southern getting a little bit of name brand here, but not today. Not today, Big Ben.
You guys watching this BYU game?
Yeah, I am.
If they cover the 1.5, and I go 3-2 tonight, I still lose like 0.08 unit, but whatever. Oh my God, he made it! Let's go. No foul. No foul.
So I'm going to be on Texas Southern here on the money line. I like betting them here at home to get it done. Alabama State just got off that road win. Now they go on the road again, play Texas Southern. I think, Texas Southern hasn't been a great year for them so far, but I think that they can kind of start turning it around as we hit February and just get ready and prepared for a nice little typical March run there in the conference tournament. They're fresh off of the win against Alabama A&M. I don't see why they can't win a second here at home against Alabama State. So give me Texas Southern on the money line.
Hey, yo, what the fuck is going on? What in the fuck?
Hey,
yo, hold it, last shot, miss it. For the love of God, miss it. Miss it. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Jump ball, baby.
This is ridiculous,
dude. That changes. I gotta flash my new record. I switched one game now. Maybe if they cover 3-2, I still lose tonight, but whatever. Hey, I'll take it.
Oh, I need. Damn.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Undefeated. But the problem is if they need to hold for one. Please, BYU, hold for one.
Yeah, and then fire up a terrible 30-footer.
Nah, win outright.
No, I have Arizona money line. So this is a needle thread play.
I don't care. Hey, Shaq, we're on live right now. I don't give a shit. Alabama State versus Prairie View A&M. Prairie View's laying 1.5 against A&M. Ugh. Give me Prairie View. They play better defense at home. They're off 3 losses, laying a point back at home. They just lost their home game against Alabama State. Man, I think A&M's way better, but I'll lay it with Prairie View. I'm going to bet one of these. It's either going to be Alabama State or Prairie View. I'm not going to bet both of them. Check the page.
Yeah, I'll take A&M, but no bet. No bet.
Yeah, I'll take Prairie View A&M as well. Take them on the money line. I'll decide which one I'm going to play. I'll probably end up taking – I like the Texas Southern one better than Prairie View A&M, I think. So I'll probably be on Texas Southern money line. I'll take Prairie View A&M money line, no bet.
They're very good at what they do, Coach. They're very good at what they do. And that's why college basketball, there's a lot of live spots. There's really good spots for live betting. I'm not going to say to constantly do it because it's like finding another angle inside of an angle. So you have to find that perfect time. But you get a home dog, a team down 20 or something. I mean, it always normally corrects itself for the most part. That's the time to take it, just like whoever, I believe Dot took Morgan State earlier. So shout out Dot. Way to get it done. Yeah. Awesome. Let's lock in for these final 10 seconds here of the game, maybe for real quick. Come on, BYU. Oh, they're gonna throw it back. No foul.
Come on, hold it.
No.
Oh. Wildcats.
It's all right. I already counted that as a loss anyway.
It's not over. It's not over. They're going to have a chance to heave up.
It's all right. I already counted as a loss anyway. It's all right.
Does this happen to just be bonus?
I think it's double, no? You're on mute. He made his first.
Me and DeJuice are sweating out this 1.5.
For what? Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Well, it looks like
I agree,
to
DeJuice.
you guys.
This should not. And Kelly. Me, Kelly, and DeJuice. Whew.
Yeah, that is sweaty. Oh, what if we see a half-court heave like Arizona, Iowa State last year?
Arizona just loves that 8 o'clock prime time spot on the road.
Yep.
Always hitting
Here
the
we
shots.
go. Last chance to dance. Oh! No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's go. Well, Trevor's 6-0, so he's happy.
Boom.
Too bad he's going to leave here in about 20 minutes, and we won't see him the rest of the night, sadly. But we need his sharpness here as he's continuing on his hot streak. Stephen F. Austin laying 14.5 against Northwestern State. Games on
Too many.
Yeah, it's on CBS Sports Network. Come on, Northwestern State. You can't just completely piss the bed. I'm worried about their defense. I'll take Northwestern State plus the points. I like Stephen F. Austin's team total too. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game from both teams.
Yeah, I'll take the points with Northwestern State, but no bet. No bet. Too many.
Yeah, they've already played once this year. Stephen F. got it done, beat them by 10 on the road. I'll take the points with Northwestern State, but I don't want to bet this. I'll take the points plus 14.5 with Northwestern State, but no bet for me.
I think I'm going to go Stephen F. Austin team total just due to the fact that it's low enough with the 140s. So I think they can get it done with Northwestern State's defense. If we like Northwestern State to cover too, expect more points as well. Man, just starting off with just some bangers tomorrow. Not your normal Tuesday. Nicholls State laying 3.5 against New Orleans. Over-unders 159.5. Trevor, what are you doing here?
Honestly, probably lay it with Nicholls. They beat them by 13 last time. New Orleans got 24 free throw attempts, shot 42% from three. 15 turnovers really what did them in, but still they shot the ball, pretty damn well, lights out almost, and still lost at home by 13 to Nicholls. I think Nicholls is just a bad matchup. I think Nicholls is going to get him again. I will lay it, not to mention New Orleans coming off of a road game at McNeese. Now you're going to go to Nicholls here. I think this is a slaughter. Give me Nicholls laying the 3.5 tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll battle you here and take New Orleans plus the 3.5. I expected this line to be a little higher, in my opinion. I know Nicholls has lost 4 straight, but defensively they are much better than New Orleans. They can put you into a blender and get out into transition. But I think with New Orleans' offense and how fast and high octane that they can be with Jakevion Buckley, I'm not too worried about the Privateers here, and I think the line's a little bit telling, in my opinion. I'm going to take the Privateers plus 3.5.
Yeah, I'll take Nicholls minus the 3.5 here. I think we see a good little bounce back spot for them. At home last time they dropped 2 games in a row to 2 really good teams in Lamar and Stephen F. Austin, more so Stephen F. Austin than Lamar. But now you get at home against a kind of a inferior New Orleans team that you've already beaten. I think that they respond well. They started out good, 7-0 there in Southland play. Kind of hit a little lull. Now are 7-4, but I think they respond well before hitting the road. They know they need this game, so I'll be on Nicholls minus 3.5. I think Tavon Sadler gets his group up and they get it done at home.
All right, let's go 1v2 against the Pump Fake Pod. Oh God. Pitt.
God, this may be the worst game on the slate tomorrow.
Laying a point against Wake Forest. Wake Forest in an absolute drop down spell. 4 of their last 5 they've lost. They've lost 6 of their last 8. 2-5 to start ACC play. Steve Forbes, man, and Jeff Capel as well on Pittsburgh's side. Not very much to write home about either. 1-6, they've struggled. They've looked horrible offensively. Even their shining point of being a slugfest kind of team has not really came to fruition. I think Wake Forest can slash them on the road. I think Wake Forest is better. this is the game. Wake Forest, they like to beat up on these low end teams, and then they just get drilled by the semi to mid to top tier teams in the ACC. Wake Forest begging for a road win. I'll take Wake at Pitt.
Yeah, I have no interest in betting either of these shit teams, but I'll take Wake Forest. Pittsburgh has beaten one team inside of the KenPom Top 100. That was Ohio State this year. They've got quite a few losses.
Such ass for
they've got a few a good probably close to 10 losses in the inside Top 100. Then you look at Wake Forest; they haven't lost to anybody outside the KenPom Top 100. Pitt sitting at 101. Wake Forest, no bet. I am not betting a game based on fucking KenPom, but I'm also not betting Wake Forest or Pittsburgh because both of these teams are poverty.
Yeah, I'll take Wake Forest as well, plus the 1.5. Probably not going to get to a bet in this game. Don't really want to have eyes on it unless it comes, maybe down the stretch, a couple minutes to go, and it's a close game. I'll turn it on just to watch the ending of it. But I don't really want my hard-earned money on this game. So give me Wake Forest though. Pitt sucks. Take Wake plus the 1.5. I see this as like a 1-point win on either side somehow, just like that Wake Forest Florida State game ended up last time. Wake got a win.
Oh, I'm betting this for sure. I love betting the stinky ACC games. It's so fun. Michigan State versus Rutgers. Michigan State laying 14.5 against Rutgers. Over-unders 136.5. I mean, Rutgers just got their ass kicked by the Hoosiers. I mean, I know at home they can be competitive, but I mean, Michigan State just beats the hell on everybody. But it's got to come to a point at some time it ends.
Did you see Rutgers is broke?
Rutgers, yeah, I saw that. Their NIL, they've lost $100 how many million dollars since they've joined the Big Ten?
They've lost $500 million since joining the Big Ten.
Yeah. And
$514 million. They're down $48 million in the last year.
She goes, something has to change. I'm like, yeah, you bitch. Rutgers, team total under 60.
Go back to the ACC.
They never were in the ACC.
Well, whatever. For wherever they were before, I forget. But just go. They would be a perfect ACC school.
They were in the Big East.
Big East. Sorry, my apologies.
Perfect for them. They can compete with Butler and DePaul down there. Rutgers team total under 60 and
all
a half.
Rutgers on a regular basis.
Michigan State. I'll just keep. I'm not going to get off the train just yet.
Michigan State's got Michigan on deck. This is a random travel spot. I'll take Rutgers to backdoor this and cover, but I will not be betting this. If this gets up to like 17 or so, maybe I'll be interested. But weird travel spot for Michigan State right after the home game. You got Michigan on deck. Weird travel spot. Go through the motions. They win by 12. But I'll wait and see how big the number gets if I'm going to bet this.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Michigan State. Does scare me a little bit just with that look ahead spot to Michigan. Obviously, they know how bad Rutgers is, but I think it's going to be a spot where just don't fade Michigan State. They're taking care of business on the road, at home. Doesn't really matter. I think they'll get ready for a Michigan team by kind of laying it to Rutgers here. And yeah, I see in the chat that team total under could definitely look at that for Rutgers because offensively they can be challenged and both of these teams can play at slower paces. Michigan State definitely likes to play to the pace of they can play fast, they can play slow. They really just kind of depends on how they want to play it. They can do either. So that's what makes them so good. So give me Michigan State laying it minus 14.5.
These two never give me credit. I was the one that said team total under, but I'll say this: it is a little low. Wait to bet it. I do like the team total under for sure. Michigan State's been able to hold teams. They haven't given a team hasn't put 70 on them since Penn State or Oakland and Penn State did in December. So They've just been able to clamp teams. Big Ten kind of slow play. And I will say about these look-ahead spots, I don't think they have a choice to look past this game because I think they know that they need to get this one. They got Michigan at home, and then they go to the barn. Then they get Illinois again. So and then Wisconsin on the road. So Izzo knows 4 straight games. They got some gauntlets. The barn being a tricky spot. I'm not saying Piscataway is a look ahead, but definitely a team where I think that they can go ahead and roll before they have to play the top tier of the conference. Thanks, John. Dayton's laying 7.5 against Rhode Island. I told you I would bet one of the SWAT games first, so I guess there's a no bet out there, but this will be my first no bet of the night. Rhode Island's been playing good. Dayton, I'll lay it, but I just don't trust them at home lately. No bet.
You don't want to fade Rhode Island off of the big George Mason win on Saturday? Hitting the road immediately after?
I mean,
Dayton
I will.
Off 2 losses?
On
the road back home? Oh, I love Dayton tomorrow. This is like one of my favorite plays. Dayton is going to skull fuck the Rams tomorrow. This is going to be murder, homicide right on your television. I mean, you got Rhode Island off of the big George Mason home win. Now they immediately turn around, hit the road, go to Dayton, where Dayton's lost 2 straight road games to LaSalle and St. Joe's. And now they come home. Close games, by the way. Now they come home and they get this Rhode Island team before St. Louis. I think this is a get-right game for Dayton. I think they run it up on them. I think they win this game by 15+. I love Dayton tomorrow. Dayton's my favorite play, hands down tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll jump on that train with you, Trev. I like Dayton tomorrow as well. Rhode Island, fresh off of what? They won 3 of their last 4. They dropped that game against VCU at home, but they've stolen 2 road games, beat Davidson, beat Richmond, 2 solid teams. Got that good 9-point win against George Mason, that stinky line that me and Huff dove into. And now they go on the road to Dayton. I think it's a get-right spot for Dayton after dropping their last 2, after opening up conference play 5-0. I think they roll here. So, yeah, I'll lay it with the Flyers here, minus 7.5.
All right, I'll join you. I don't like laying it with this Dayton team, but I'm all for going against Archie Miller at any time, especially Archie Miller's success. He's got a big head because a head is half of his body, so he definitely gets a big head, especially off of that. I'm with you. I'll lay it there. I'll bet it. Have you watched Dayton at home, Trevor?
I have. It's not scary, but I mean, come on. I know the spots for like spot betting haven't been like great this year so far, but this is
I think that's a perception. I think that's not all true eitue, though.
I think obviously you pick and choose your spots, but I mean, the spots that I've been choosing haven't been going too well for a good stretch there. I think they're all kind of leveling out. Like it's starting to go a little bit better, but I just think if you look up best spot to bet in college basketball, it's going to be this spot right here. A team off a huge home win, hitting the road versus a team coming in off of 2 back-to-back losses on the road, coming back home. And this is a good Dayton team. I mean, they're not the best they've ever had, but they're still good. Come on. Little Archie with a big wind under his britches, hitting the road again. No way.
I definitely know about the spot. Been betting college basketball for 10 years. I definitely know that. I'm just saying, you've watched this Dayton team.
I know it's not the best, but
we'll see. All right, I'll lay it. I'm with you. Richmond's laying 11.5 against, or VCU's laying 11.5 against Richmond. Over/unders 155.5. Richmond's lost 3 in a row. They just gave up against George Washington. VCU at home has not really been able to get one. Are you more excited and inclined to take a VCU team here, especially on the Siegel Center? I'll take VCU's team total over 83.5. I think that they're going to get this one done. That line's going to be up to 85 by tomorrow, so bet it now. Richmond's defense really allows a lot of pace. VCU definitely pushes the pace under Phil Martelli. We haven't seen them have a really, really high-scoring game at home since St. Bonaventure, and that was December 31st. I think the Siegel Center is due for a shellacking. VCU wins. 88-73. Write that down too. Or 84-73. Or 85-73. They cover the 83.5. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of like Richmond. VCU hasn't been blowing away teams, running it up on teams much this year. Like, I don't feel too confident with them laying double digits at home. I'll take a Richmond team off 3 losses, hitting the road. Wanting to play one of the top dogs in the conference, get up game. They're not going to win, but I don't think they're going to get blown out by 12 points personally. So we'll go 85-92 just to make it fun. VCU gets that team total too.
Yeah, I'll take VCU. I'll lay it with the Rams here, minus the 11.5. Not quite sure if I'll get to a bet. It does kind of scare me. VCU typically, has been kind of smoking teams at home, but this year, man, typically have been almost in that like 7 to 9 point range that they seem to like always fall on in these home games. But I think it's a good spot for VCU to kind of run up the score. Richmond kind of struggling here as of late. Lay it with the Rams. Check the picks page to see if I bet it.
Oh, baby. Michigan laying 10.5 against Nebraska. Over-unders 153.5 here. Line's still 10.5. Nebraska undefeated going into Ann Arbor, catching 20 points, 20-0 versus 18-1. The number 5 team in the country or something like that. The number 6 team in the country. Laying 10.5, 18-1. What do you got here in Ann Arbor, Trevor?
I'm torn here. Like, this Michigan team doesn't cover. Nebraska's getting incredibly hyped up. Rightfully so. They're winning games, but I feel like 10.5 is too much. Like, Nebraska's got some big guys too. They're everybody on that team can shoot. They're very efficient. They can play some decent defense. Michigan, I know, is big and fast too, but 10.5 feels like too much. This has got to be, if Nebraska's for real, they're covering these 10 points. I think they're probably going to win the game live, or pretty close to win the game. I mean, if they're that good, I mean, they're going to show up and they're going to keep playing like that, and then they're going to definitely hang with Michigan. I mean, we saw when Wisconsin was hitting all their shots, Michigan had a little bit of an off night. They lost outright to a Badger team that was going nowhere fast, and that kind of turned their season around. So I think this Nebraska team is definitely live. I'm going to buy in. I'm going to ride with the Huskers tomorrow. I'm going to wait, hopefully see if this number goes up, but I'll be at Nebraska catching the points, and I'll be sprinkling a little on the money line. I think you have to if you're betting Nebraska, because if they show up and they're playing their game, they're not losing this game. I don't care where they play it. So I'll take Nebraska here. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line.
Yeah, I'll take. I'm just going to take the over here. I think we see a higher scoring game. I think Nebraska can and has shown that they can get kind of hot from the 3-point line with a few of their guys. Even on the road, you look at that game against Illinois, they hit some clutch threes down the stretch. Just a little interested to see Michigan. I think down low, they're going to have a definite advantage, at least on the offensive side. Be interesting to see if they're able to guard Brinkmast and just the way that he can stretch the floor, shoot the three. So that both sides, I think, can be successful offensively, and so that's where I'll tend to take the over here. I think it's almost telling that they're laying this big of a number. I think you maybe should just lay it with the blue, and the Huskers finally get a loss. But I'll just take the over here.
It's up to 155.5. This line opened at 11.5, by the way, for Michigan. So Nebraska did get bought down. It's 11.5. I don't know if I haven't seen a 9.5, but it did get open at 11.5. I think it's going to stay around that number. Listen, I think it's a little interesting seeing the over being 155.5 and Michigan laying this many points. I think they're really worried about Nebraska scoring, and we really haven't seen Nebraska hit a drought. And they kind of, the way Nebraska's won these last few games is they kind of suffocate you a little bit, right? They're going to go on massive scoring runs. They're gonna play really tough perimeter defense. They're gonna take you inside at times and really trying to slow you out and find the most efficient shot possible. There's a lot of guys on scoring. They spread the ball around. I think they run into a brick wall for sure here. I'll lay it with Michigan. I think this is a 20-0 team that's in trouble here. I'll take the 10.5 against Nebraska. I love these Huskers. I love my Hoiberg, but going up against the Love here. Oh, speaking of 10, Virginia's laying. I think this number's gone down. 9.5. I see 10 flat as well too available on Caesars. Notre Dame is broken, right, guys? I mean, this does feel like a sleepy spot, but Virginia off of a bad timing for Notre Dame, with Virginia off of their absolute collapse. North Carolina giving Hubert Davis his biggest comeback win as a coach at North Carolina. God, this line personally stinks for me, but I don't think Notre Dame's going to have an answer for this Virginia offense. I'll take Virginia team total over 75.5. I think that they even with Notre Dame's style of play and how slow it can be, I think they're going to score efficiently even on the road and and step it up and defend Notre Dame, really hold Notre Dame down. I like Virginia, and I like their team total over as well too.
Yeah, I think Virginia rolls. I mean, coming in off of a loss, Notre Dame got a huge win over Boston College. Big 4-point win at home over Boston College. So they're feeling good now. Virginia comes in off a loss. It's a tough spot. I think Virginia rolls them. They dominate them every facet of the game, not to mention Burton's still out for Notre Dame, obviously hurts. Just tough. I think Notre Dame's just tied up on the train tracks with the train coming. GG's to the Fighting Irish tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll take Virginia minus the 9.5 as well. I'm going to lay it here. Notre Dame, they kind of had to come back and get that win. They were down double digits there in the second half, and able to come back and get that win at home against Boston College, who is not very good, as we've kind of said all year. But I think Virginia, off that loss against North Carolina, they're a little pissed off, and they're going to take it out on Notre Dame. So lay it with the Cavaliers, lay in the 9.5.
Let's go, Cavs guy. Let's go. That logo is pretty sweet too, right?
Yeah.
Well, I only have one no bet on the SWAC now. This will be my first no bet because Buffalo used to be our darlings at the beginning of the season. We got off and had a good time. We sold high. Bunch of stockbrokers on Buffalo. They've dropped 5 in a row. They may be back on the take after that. They're like, the FBI is good. We're back at it. But Bowling Green, the books are obsessed with them. They're off of a loss coming back home. I'll lay it with Bowling Green. No bets. First no bet since the SWAC game at 2.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm afraid Buffalo's starting to fall apart here. Bowling Green off of a loss into road trip, back-to-back road trip coming home. I think it's got a tough luck. I'll lay it with Bowling Green at home, Falcon up. Buffalo, I think their magic powder, whatever the fuck they were using, is wore up. I don't think it's gonna be a good second half of the season for them.
We're a little not as bullish on the Bulls.
Not no more.
Yeah, I'll take the over here, actually, over 149.5. Buffalo, they've been good offensively, but last 2 games out have really struggled. 63 against Akron, 67 against Massachusetts. I think that they, are a lot better here on the offensive side of the ball tomorrow, especially after losing 5 in a row. Bowling Green, good defensive team. However, I just see them, off of that tough loss of the rivalry game, losing basically on a buzzer beater by 3. Buzzer beater 3 to lose by 1. Tough loss to Toledo. I think Bowling Green responds. They put up a lot of points too, but I think Buffalo can kind of maybe find their groove a little bit. If they can put up 70, I see Bowling Green in the 80s. So I like the over to hit. So I'll take the over 149.5.
Oh, baby. Toledo versus Akron. Look at these logos. I went into my bag on the slides today. I thought it was one of my best slide logos. I was hunting deep. Got the Fear the Rue transparent. Look at him. He's just peeping up over the scoreboard. He's like, you better take this, motherfucker. You better take the minus 12.5 because Akron's laying 12.5. Over-unders 170.5. Elliot, you take us away, my friend. Lead us off on this MAC game. Are you riding with Akron, or is it just another like, well, we know Akron's going to win, but do we want to take them at margin?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is just take the Akron team total over here on this one. I think they're going to roll. I'm contemplating whether just to lay the 12.5, especially with Toledo off of the damn near buzzer beater. You can basically kind of just fade that. But Akron, I think, should be able to get it done here. Obviously, they've been rolling ever since that loss to Miami of Ohio on the road. Now they return home where they kind of seemingly blow out everybody except for your Ball State kids. I'll just take the. I haven't decided. I don't know. If maybe
91.5, by the way.
Maybe somebody can help me. Whether I should just lay it with the 12.5 or take the team total over.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Akron here. The over is really high, but I'm kind of worried about Toledo offensively going up against Akron's defense. And we know. Listen, I'll go back on the Akron. Well, it's when they're laying that big 17 bullshit and 18, I try to stay away. But they were laying a smaller number against Ohio. We got back on it on that Friday night, easy money, no questions asked. Now they're coming back home against this Toledo team, who, in my opinion, really disappointing. Especially in conference play, one of the worst teams defensively around the perimeter. Can't defend the three. We know Akron is going to be able to distribute a lot of three-pointers and score a lot. They haven't hit above the team total since Western Michigan, and they shot lights out. That was their last home game, so I'll lay it with Akron. I don't think Toledo can keep up defensively, but I do think that they'll be able to run and gun with Akron. I think it's going to be a very close game, around like a 2 to 3 possession game for most of it, and then Akron runs away at the end and wins by like 16 or 18. I'll lay it with Akron.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's Akron or nothing. I wanted the over, but I'm honestly afraid if Toledo doesn't make their shots, they're not going to get second chance with Akron on the boards. I'm with you. I'll just lay it with Akron. This is a spot. I think if Toledo doesn't come in making all their shots, it's going to be a long night. I think Akron's going to win this game closer to 20. We see the Akron from earlier in the season than what we saw kind of sputtering a little bit recently. So Akron 12.5. I'll lay it. All right, that is my cue. I will
rip a buzzer beater real quick here.
Buzzer beater. Let's see.
Cue for.
Let's go. How about? Oh, we got to do Purdue IU. I'll give you my little take. Purdue minus the 4. This is too big of a game for Indiana. They're not quite ready. I know the DeVries era. They want that big signature win, but you got Purdue coming in off back-to-back losses. It's going to be a brutal spot. They're going to be ready. They're going to be up. IU doesn't have the size to contend with Jacobson and Clough inside. Going to be a long day. Purdue rolls. They make this ugly in the second half. Lay the 4. It's free. That is my buzzer beater.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
See.
We know you want to go there anyway. Arkansas is laying 2.5 against Oklahoma. I thought he was going to talk about this game. I don't know what the hell game he's bringing up. Way down the line. Arkansas at Oklahoma, laying the number. They kind of were playing with their food against LSU. They looked pretty sloppy offensively, even though they put up 85. Oklahoma, man, they've lost 6 straight. This line kind of stinks. I cannot get behind this Oklahoma team. I'll take Arkansas on principle that they're just better. Oklahoma's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's stinky. It's very tempting, but I can't bring myself to hear it in your voice.
I know. Man, Oklahoma, they had that game in the bag against Missouri. I think that was a kind of a heartbreaker game for them. I think that's going to kind of slowly start to decline them even more and more for this season, kind of derail them a little bit. I think we start seeing people, this is when you start seeing the teams start to bicker with each other. Who makes more money than who? Blah 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 blah. But yeah, that was a tough loss at Missouri. Now they come home. Can they respond? Sure. On Saturday, they got red rivalry shootout with Texas coming into town. Arkansas, I think they're just way better. I'm not going to overthink this. Give me Arkansas minus 2.5. And I'm with Coach. My gut tells me this line's like this because Oklahoma's gonna possibly get up and win, but no, I'm gonna lay it with Arkansas. Not overthink it.
Yeah, Oklahoma gym will be empty. Yeah, they're trash. Yeah, they're trash. Hey, it's too easy, right? Last time Trevor was really confident, he ate his words. He'll never admit a loss. He always hides the losses, brags the winners. It's over. I'm telling you, it's over. Be ready tomorrow. Kent State's laying 8.5 against Ohio. Over/unders 162.5. A lot of long lines here in MAC play. Now they're getting this Ohio team, super fugazi. Both teams just run pretty fast, but I feel like Kent State could step it up at home a little bit. I'll take a gross under here. I think Ohio's runs into a wall offensively just for the second game in a row. Even I don't expect a bounce back, and I think Kent State kind of wins this one easily a little bit at home. But I'll take the under here just due to the fact that Kent State is just better. And Ohio team's trash this year.
Yeah, I'll take Ohio plus the 8.5. I just think it's too many points for Kent State at home. I think this game can be pretty close. Kent State off of 2 overtime, or they played the double overtime game last time out, and then the overtime game the time before that. So I could see they're running on a little dead legs. Could lean towards the under as well for Huff. But I think Ohio stays in this game. They lose by 5-6, but I think we see a competitive effort for them. I don't see the Kent State blowing them out. So give me Ohio plus 8.5.
Yep. I'm gonna take the under here, 162. Let's go, John or Dusty Bottoms. Let's go. Arizona State versus UCF. Over/unders 161.5. God, another fucking egregious line here. Dude, I know this is an easy spot that Arizona State's off of a win. Now they're going on the road into the bounce house, and UCF's been fairly tough, especially at home. And even though they lost to Arizona, and they played really tough. But for some reason, when Arizona State wins, they find lightning striking twice in the same spot for some reason. It just happens under these Bobby Hurley situations. I'll take UCF's team total over. I'm going to go no bet here. I think this is a random volatility game. If I'm wrong and UCF dominates, more power to you. But like I said, for some reason, Arizona State goes on a random winning streak all the time under Hurley, and it's always like a 2 to 3 game winning streak you don't expect, and then they just continue to suck.
Yeah, just like the Maui Invitational. I'll take Arizona State plus the 8.5. I just think that this is too many points. I think we're going to see a competitive game against kind of some mid to bottom tier teams there. I mean, UCF maybe is mid tier in the Big 12. I think, ASU is maybe a little step down, but, both teams like to score. I see this game kind of being competitive down the stretch. I don't really see UCF in a blowout by double digits, so I'll take the 8.5. I mean, like you said, could be a clear spot where like, oh, Arizona State's off their first Big 12 or second Big 12 win, but Big 12 win, and Hurley motherfucked his team, and they finally got up and took care of business against Cincinnati. Fade them now. I just think that they're going to be competitive here in this game. UCF wins, but they don't win by 8.5. So give me Arizona State. I'll bet this.
Yeah, I'll take the team total over. No bet for me. Third no bet of the day. And this will be my fourth. Eastern Michigan is laying 3.5 against Central Michigan. Over-unders 138.5 here. God. Eastern Michigan lost 3 of their last 4. Central Michigan's lost a lot. 1-7 in conference play. Central Michigan's horrible. Eastern Michigan at least can be feisty. The games they've lost, they've been somewhat competitive in for the most part. And I like their guard play. I'll take Eastern Michigan on the road. No bet. Fourth no bet.
Yeah, I'll take Central Michigan here at home. Kind of a directional rivalry game. But yeah, I don't want any part of Central Michigan and taking them. But I think, plus 3.5, getting it at home. Their only win so far in MAC play was against Kent State at home. So, they can maybe be somewhat respectable at home. Only lost to Toledo by 3, Ball State only by 1. So give me the plus 3.5 at home.
And welcome to my fifth bet, no bet of the night. Lamar, could be talked into it. Lamar laying 6.5 against East Texas A&M. Lamar lost 2 in a row. They just lost a home game. They were competitive against Stephen F. Austin. I know they didn't cover, but 88-81, that's competitive. East Texas A&M just scored 80 on the road against Incarnate Word. Now they're going up against Lamar here. Lamar, pretty good inside, but not the best on the perimeter defensively. Lamar could get some second chance opportunities, I think, and get some points. Now they're going up against East Texas A&M here. Over-unders 139.5. I think the books know East Texas A&M is due to lay a dud here. I'll ride the under here in this one. I think Lamar steps it up offensively. I think that they're going to try to take it inside a little bit, really slow it down. And East Texas A&M, after scoring 80 points and shutting their team out, hits a blunder on offense.
Yeah, I'll take Lamar minus the 6.5. Does kind of scare me. Book's kind of setting this line just at like the same basically line as what they did when they played the first game. Lamar beat East Texas A&M by 7 on the road, 69-62. So the under would have came through there for you in that game. I could definitely see the under here kind of being in play with both these teams putting up 80 points. And now this under set at 139.5. But I'll lay it with Lamar minus the 6.5. No bet for me due to the second time playing here against East Texas A&M.
Yeah, check the picks page if I bet East Texas A&M team total under or full game under. I think with Lamar's rebounding advantage, could be a little scary with their scoring opportunities. All right, halfway through the slate, McNeese laying 12.5 against Southeastern Louisiana. Sela off of a good win on Saturday. I remember that game. I watched that game. Took them against Nichols money line. I think we both took Sela against Nichols, so good win by us. And then I took New Orleans plus 19.5 on Saturday. That hit against McNeese by the hook. Pays to listen there for sure as that line jumped down.
I was on 18.5, so pays the ticket later.
Oh, pains. Yeah, definitely like sometimes like I'll wait for the morning. I waited till the morning like today. Like I got BYU plus 1.5. I don't know if there's a higher number or not. I saw there was a 2.5 somewhere, but so But hey, sometimes it works out in the other way too. God, these teams kind of hate each other. They've already played. It was a 12-point game. Now it's Sela at home. I'm taking Sela plus the points, man. I know McNeese has been drilling, but these teams hate each other. Give me Sela plus 12.5. Too many points for a rivalry game. I know Sela offensively is atrocious, but I mean, they can pick it up on the other side of the ball. McNeese is the juggernaut of this conference. I think everyone has McNeese circled. Sela has them extra circled with just the hatred for both teams. So yeah, give me Sela plus 12.5. I'll keep watching this line a little bit too. See if we get some extra points.
Yeah, I'll be on Sela here plus the points. I'll wait to maybe bet this just because we typically see a lot of people tend to lay it with McNeese, as it was true with you waiting for that New Orleans line. Got at least 1 point better, and it was all that.
It was the opposite there though.
No,
I took New Orleans first. They were plus 19.5. They went all the way down to 16.5 by tip.
Oh, well, I bet plus 18.5 that night. So I must have just bet at a bad number. But anyway, I'll take Sela plus the points here, plus the 12.5. It was, last year, 6-point game at home. The year before that, they actually won outright against McNeese. I think they're able to get it done against McNeese, cover this number. I think McNeese survives, but 12.5 feels like too many to me. I'll wait to bet it just in case. If it starts to go down, I'll bet it kind of immediately just to kind of get the better number.
Oh, yeah, baby. Look at these logos. That Syracuse logo is fresh. That's some Carmelo, Jerry Mack, Craig Forth, Hakem Warwick days.
Hell yeah. I like that logo. That's sick.
Yeah, it's fresh. NC State's laying 10.5 against Syracuse. Over-under is 150.5 here. Yeah, I mean, NC State, what team you're going to get, right? I mean, they beat Pittsburgh on the road by 9. They just beat Clemson, so they're much better on the road. They've lost 2 home games, had some duds at home against Georgia Tech, lost by 4, got their ass kicked by Virginia. But on the road, they've been playing down to their competition on the road. Then they got their game against Clemson. I think they're itching to get right here. They're going to run into the Syracuse's kind of zone defense. But Syracuse looked really porous. They've really struggled offensively in their last few outings. I think it's a lot of points. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'll lay it with NC State. I think that they're due to give their team, and Will Wade wants to get these guys and their home fans a nice little ass kicking. They're getting Syracuse now that it's lost 3 in a row. They're struggling. Like I said, they would beat Pittsburgh. They'd beat Georgia Tech. They'd beat Pittsburgh. He's like, well, Trevor's like, you want to get Jerry Mack? They got to start losing some point. I called it. They would lose to Florida State or Boston College, and that's when it would start. This is when the slump starts, and this is when we get the Jerry McNamara to Syracuse on the rolls. NC State dominates, and they give their fans what they want. Will Wade, get these fucking guys rolling. I mean, call them out, get their asses up. You guys have a much bigger size advantage on Syracuse, way better athletes. I mean, Syracuse got some dogs for sure. But I think they've given up, and I think this zone's going to be in trouble against NC State here.
I mean, they don't really play too much of zone anymore, if I'm being honest. If you watch them under Autry, they've kind of went back to just man-to-man defense. They don't typically play that zone like they did with.
They did in the non-conference a lot for sure. But yeah, they mainly do man-to-man, but sometimes they did the 2-3 zone a lot in the non-conference, especially.
I just think when they're playing these ACC teams, people can shoot so good now. That zone is just kind of, you can't play it consistently for long periods of time. You can maybe trial it with some of those lower level teams like a Mercyhurst, Stonehill, things like that.
Unless you're an IU, Tom Green playing Syracuse, but yeah.
But yeah, I'll lay it with NC State. I'm kind of a little scared though to lay the big number here after the duds that they've done at home. I think Syracuse can stay within this number. My gut's just telling me to lay it with NC State. I'm going to lay it, no bet though. I'll stay off of a bet here.
All right. Yukon laying 16.5 against Providence. Over-unders 155.5. Providence is so bad. Just don't think like laying these big numbers with Yukon is super profitable. Don't want to look like a fool. I do not want to look like a fool at all. Taking Providence here, but it's a lot of points. I mean, they already went to overtime. That was a home game. Now they're going into Stores, which is a little scary. They beat up on Villanova in overtime, but it took overtime. They only beat DePaul by 12 at home. They beat Marquette by like 15. Excuse me, 16 points. So that was their last home win. I mean, Marquette and Providence, pretty similar teams, so I get the 16.5, but I don't think that they can cover this game. UConn is much better. Love me some solo ball. Hate me Providence. Check the picks page, see if I end up pulling the balls on this, but I'll take Providence. Too many points for a conference game.
Yeah, I feel like this line is kind of big for a reason. I feel like it is calling out for a UConn smash spot here. I'll lay it with UConn. They could possibly win this game by 20 plus. Providence off of that game where they just absolutely gave up the win against Georgetown and Cooley. Sometimes you can bet Kim English kind of as a dog, but I think UConn got their scare against Providence there at Providence. Somehow we're able to fight back and send it to overtime and get the win. I don't think they're going to play around here with this Providence team. I'll lay it with UConn minus the 16.5. And John, this is it's
in Stores.
It's in Stores. It's in Gamble Pavilion. So
yeah, can't wait to see Hurley's wide ass eyes. He is bald, Puzzo, for sure. Dan Hurley is bald, Puzzo, if you didn't know, but maybe Trevor is too. We don't know. Could be a wig. Look at these logos. Oh, Illinois, Chicago, Sparky laying 5.5 against Sycamore Sam in Indiana State. Is he wearing a Scrubs outfit there, Elliot? I mean, you take one. No, did he go shop? Did he go to
he went to Scrub Hub.
What's it? Scrubs are like he went to the Scrubs store, whatever.
Scrub Hub. Yeah.
Is there like a nationwide scrub store though? That's not Scrub Hub. I don't think I've heard of that.
No, I mean there's just a bunch of scrub stores around all over the place. I'm sure there's probably one that's like online that you can order it from. I mean, Figs is a popular scrubs brand that a lot of nurses and other medical professionals use. I like Figs. That's probably the one that I'm most fond on. But around here, Scrub Hub is kind of the popular one here in Kansas City.
Yeah. Do you have any K-State nursing scrubs at all?
No.
Do you have any like cool scrubs at all, or you just keep it simple and keep it stupid simple? Kiss.
Keep it simple. I don't really wear scrubs anymore. I actually wear scrub bottoms, and then as you always see, most of the time when I'm getting home from work and hopping onto the show, I have my golf polo on. So I kind of rock kind of like a business casual golf apparel up on the top side with some nice, comfortable scrubs on the bottom. So,
well, speaking of scrubs, Sycamore Sam, guess what? Indiana State doesn't have a medical school. It's all pre-medicine. If you want to go to medical school, you got to go apply somewhere else. But there is nurses there, so I'll give them that. But it don't matter there. I'll ride this UIC train. I'll lay it with UIC at home. I just think this Indiana State team has ran into a brick wall. They get up randomly at times, especially with their it depends if they drink Mountain Dew or not, personally. Just because that's what they got on the side of their quarter zips that they wear, the coaches do. Offensively, though, hitting many spells. should I lay the 5.5, or do we take the Indiana State team total under 70.5? I don't foresee them scoring 70. I mean, UIC's got a really good defense, especially the role that they've kind of been on. I think they can ride this momentum and continue rolling a little bit. I don't know, man. Indiana State's really struggled. I do worry that Illinois Chicago could score so much that maybe they allow points, but they haven't allowed they didn't allow 70 to Bradley on the road.
Well, no. They allowed 70, but
over 70. I said over 70 though, or they didn't allow over 70. I meant. I don't know. This team's turned it around. I think they're a solid team. I'll take Indiana State's team total under 70.5, and I think if you like the lay too, go for it. But
yeah, I'm not going to get cute here. I'm going to take the UIC minus the 5.5. I like that team total under as well. But I think you're right there. If they're putting up, 75, 80, or they're putting up like 80 points, maybe they're going to, allow Indiana State to hit a couple meaningless buckets with a minute or so left. But I agree. I think that team total under the 70 is a good look. I mean, the only team that's really put up that in conference play, Belmont, which Belmont, obviously that's what they do, and Murray State, which is another team that does that as well. So I don't mind that under, but I'll just lay it here with UIC. Not going to fade the train. UIC's kind of figured some things out. Winners of 6 straight, including 3 on the road. Now they're back at home after that Bradley win. Could be a little letdown spot. I don't think so. Haven't been too impressed with the Indiana State team. Give me the Flames here, minus the 5.5.
All right, Sparky. Oh, God. Alabama's laying 11.5 against Missouri. Over-unders 164 here. Man, the books just love this number with, like, Alabama and, like, high totals. And it's just like, how do these high totals and scoring this many points? Are they going to dominate? I don't like betting on this Alabama team. I don't really like betting on their games personally. Just find them to be weird. Missouri, I think they're going to try to like slow Alabama down, and if there even is a chance to slow Alabama down. But we saw them not drop a load, but they dropped a stinker against Tennessee at home. Tennessee really kind of exposed them, and Alabama just went really cold as well too. Couldn't really hit their threes for the most part. I think that they step it up, hit their threes a little bit more. I'll take the Alabama team total over 87.5 here.
Yeah, I will. I'll lay it here. This might be one of the last times that I lay a big number here for Alabama at home. If they don't cover this one, I think it's a good spot for them after laying the dud of a game against Tennessee. Now they get Missouri fresh off of not one buzzer beater, but 2 buzzer beaters to beat Oklahoma by 1 at home. Typically, Mizzou's one of those teams where I like to back them at home and then fade them kind of on the road. They're one of the worst 3-point defenses there in the SEC, giving up like 38% from the 3-point line. Doesn't going to bode well against a team that likes to shoot 40-plus threes a game. Struggled last time out at home. I think Bama hits their threes here. They roll. I think that team total over is a great play as well. But I would just lay it, and I think that they get that going.
All right. Virginia Tech is laying 9.5 against Georgia Tech. Over-unders 155.5 here. Love that Georgia Tech logo with the spinny ball. Georgia Tech, man, did not look good against Clemson. Had a couple players get injured. Offensively, just struggle. Virginia Tech needs a bounce back at home off of their loss to Louisville. It depends on the number you got. I got 13.5. People got 14.5. So hopefully you got the good number there. But I don't know, man. Laying this many points with Virginia Tech when they got Duke coming home on Saturday as well ahead of this, and they're getting Georgia Tech. I'll take Georgia Tech plus the points, but no bet for me. I hate this Georgia Tech team. I've been sweating on them too many times with a plus money, and it's either worked out or it's been a and it's been a major sweat or it's an atrocious bet. So yeah, no bet.
Yeah, I'll maybe might bring a knife to a gunfight. I'll probably lay it with Virginia Tech here. I love that logo, by the way, for Virginia Tech as well. But
It's in my bag.
I think and I also like the ones any of those mascots where they incorporate the basketball or the sport specific. That's always fun when they do things like that. So always fun to find those. But I'll lay it with Virginia Tech. Not sure if I'm going to bet it. It'll either be a spar or a knife to a gunfight. I haven't gotten Georgia Tech right. So when I fade them, they'll probably hang in there. Shit probably went out right. But when I take them, they just lay up duds like the Clemson game. So I'll be on Virginia Tech. We'll check the picks page to see if we'll bet it.
Virginia Tech kind of weird too because they could be covering this game for like forever, and then just you look and it's a 4-point game. Oh, game of the night. Western Michigan laying a point at Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois, the Mountain West school soon to be. How many times you get the chance to realize that your rival's moving and the rival's running away? You only get to beat up on them once.
Are they rivals? Are these rivals?
Every MAC school is a rival, buddy. Every MAC school. It is the biggest conference of rivalries. Every MAC school is a rival.
You're the aficionado. I wasn't sure. They only play Western Michigan once, so this is a big rivalry game if they only play them once.
Well, when you go to the Mountain West, that's what I'm saying. You gotta. This game's about saying goodbye. This is what the cap is with Northern Illinois. It's about saying goodbye to them. And Thomas, my dude, I only got like 6 no bets. I think Western Michigan is better, but my God, this is picking between shit and suck. Give me Western Michigan. The line is reeky in my opinion, but dude, who is Northern Illinois to do anything here? But their defense is solid, but Northern Illinois offense is one of the worst in the country. Give me Western Michigan. Line is stinky though.
Yeah, I'm not going to dive into the stink here. I'll take Northern Illinois plus the 1.5. Probably a no bet.
Incarnate Word laying a point against Houston Christian. Over-unders 140. Incarnate Word just kind of got embarrassed. They already beat Houston Christian by, 16 at home. They've kind of just ran into a wall. I hate betting Houston Christian, but I'll take Houston Christian. Hey, I'll either bet Houston Christian or Western Michigan. I'm doing what I did on the SWAC. One of those will be a no bet, so check the page for either of those. But like I said, I don't love betting on this Houston Christian team, but I think that they get this done. Incarnate Word's in a massive decline.
I'll take Incarnate Word on the money line here. Their defense isn't that good, but their defense is a lot more solid than Houston Christian's. I haven't been super impressed with Houston Christian whatsoever. I know they had won 2 in a row at home against East Texas A&M and Northwestern State. Then they dropped that game to UTRGV. Now they play kind of a team that UTRGV, really good defensive team. Play another somewhat good defensive team. Slow pace. I'll take Incarnate Word. No bet for me though.
All right. Oh! St. Louis is laying 10.5 to George Washington. Over-unders 167.5. Elliot, who do you think the city of Missouri was named after? Our biggest rival is Northern Illinois, but they're leaving, and then Miami, Ohio as well too. But it always changes. Like with that's mainly football. It always changes with the sport. Like we hate Akron. Like there's a lot of like depending on the sport, like and what is going on in the season, it definitely changes. Like Buffalo, like we don't care about Buffalo. Like no one cares about Buffalo. Western Michigan is always a feisty team as well. So yeah. Massachusetts. We get out of here. It is named Elliot. Do you know who St. Louis is named after? And unfortunately, St. Louis was going to be one of the hotbeds. It hosted a World Fair in the 1900s. Now it's just a shithole. Can't host anything other than a St. Louis Cardinals game. I do like St. Louis though. I've had fun in St. Louis.
Yeah, no, I did not know who was named after St. Louis.
Louis the Ninth of France, known as St. Louis, was king of France from 1226 until his death in 1270. Okay, so they named St. Louis after this guy, king of France. And I love my history lessons with George Washington with caps, and it's worked out. I mean, I'll be honest. Like the times I've capped history, it's 2-0. So I'm putting a lot of balls on the line here and doing some random Jersey Jerry, it's the signs kind of stuff here. It worked out with George Mason. It worked out with William and Mary. Got them right both times. Before George Washington beat the Revolutionary, or was the commander-in-chief and was the leader of the Continental Army or whatever, what war did he fight in, Elliot, before the American Revolutionary War? Do you know the war that was in America before, or on the colonies before the Revolutionary War? All right, good guess. He was in the French and Indian War. He was a military officer in the French and Indian War, actually. Was actually, he stormed Duquesne, and Duquesne was a massive mess. So don't take George Washington in Duquesne, but he was a leader and a fighter and a warrior for the whole thing. St. Louis was named off of. Basically a king of France, and now you get French and Indian War. You get Great Britain versus France here, and George Washington was fucking battling France. They're going to battle St. Louis and the king of St. Louis. Give me George Washington plus the points against this top 25 team at home.
You can find me in St. Louis. Where they gonna play? Rained all day. Nah. Some got jobs and some sell yay. Others just smoking all day. St. Louis by a million. Battle.
All right. He is a French guy, apparently. But yes. Play some Assassin's Creed 3. A little bit. Yeah. Hey. You know what, Z. Paulson? 2-0 on my history lessons, by the way. 2-0. 2-0, and they all have included George Washington.
2-1 after tonight.
We will see about that. George Washington plus the points. Kansas State, West Virginia. Talk about a history lesson. Do we want to talk about a history lesson with K-State in this season? You got Melvin Council doing the dance. How do you feel?
Oh, I mean, I would have liked to see our players show a little bit more give a fuck when you got players doing the wabash on your home court, but or when you're trying to dribble out the clock down 20 and they steal it from you and dunk it. I would feel like you would maybe get a flagrant foul trying to stop them from dunking it. If I were the coach, I would fully support a flagrant foul in that situation. If you're just trying to dribble the clock out and team steals it from you up 20 and goes to dunk it. So I would have liked to see a little bit more give a fuck by the team. just after the 4-point game with 8 minutes to go, and then you give up a 27-7 run. That's tough, but we're not healthy. We're hurt. Lay it with the Mountaineers, unfortunately, but I'm not betting against my team.
Yeah. Give me West Virginia. I don't love laying that many points with West Virginia, but K-State in a down spell. They randomly will get up, though. Vanderbilt laying 6.5 against Kentucky. Over-unders 159.5. Elliott continue on this banger of a game. Kentucky rolling a little bit. Stepped it up after their call for Mark Pope's head. Vanderbilt got their get-right spot against Mississippi State on the road after dropping 3. Now they got a big game here against Kentucky. You going to lay it here with against Kentucky's momentum, or are you going to keep riding these Wildcats into the sun here?
No, I'm going to probably take Vanderbilt minus the 6.5 here. I think that they got right there against Mississippi State after that 3-game losing streak. But at home, they're fresh off of that Florida loss where they lost by 4. But yeah, give me Vandy, man. I think that they get it done at home. Kentucky, it's been fun. They've won 5 in a row after starting 0-2 in SEC play, including a couple good wins against LSU and Tennessee on the road. But I just don't see that happening again. I think that they lose here to Vanderbilt, and then I expect a tough competitive game when they come in on Saturday to Arkansas to play against Calipari.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think they're I just like laying that. Like, listen, as much as I think Vanderbilt, solid team, but Kentucky's been rolling. It is a massive look ahead spot for Arkansas going to play Cal. I mean, maybe not as much going to play Cal, I guess. Kentucky, 5 games in a row that they've struggled. We've seen them struggle at times, but God, I hate laying that many points with Vanderbilt, but I will. I'll take Vandy. I'll take Vandy. Kentucky's got to give somewhat. I'll take Vandy. Don't love it, though. Oh, St. Joe's laying 3.5 against Loyola Chicago. Over-unders 142.5 here. Dude, I'm not doing this. No, not doing it. This line stinks. I'm not going to bet Loyola Chicago, though. Refuse to. They are horrible. It's a CBS Sports Network game. St. Joe's, man, they like to kind of take you inside a little bit. Watching them can really drag you out on offense. I don't think that they can cover. This line stinks. I'll take Loyola. No bet.
Yeah, I'll take Loyola plus the 3.5. I might get gross and bet this. Check the picks page.
Sometimes you got to get your ass kicked to get your ass right a little bit. And you know what? You go through the motions a little bit. You got to struggle and whatnot. You know what? Purdue. Oh yeah, they lost 2 in a row. IU's terrible. They're not going to have an answer inside. We didn't have an answer for Zach Edey, right? We did with Trace Jackson Davis for a little bit. We didn't again after them. Khalil Ware, he would struggle. Mike Woodson, the Purdue killer. Z Paulson. I know that you're a Purdue fan. You hate me, but I know that you can agree on this. Why the fuck is this game on Peacock? That is an absolute disgrace to the Purdue IU. I know IU's basketball team is an absolute dog fest this year.
Hey,
but
it talks on 4K now. It's got a good. It's stepping up their game. I'm not a.
I don't need to be 30 seconds behind what YouTube TV already is on the streaming delay. Now you're giving me a Peacock winner. You know what? This line was 3.5. I saw. Now it's already up to 4.5. I'll let the disrespect continue to climb for sure. It's too easy, right? Trevor, eat your words like you did a couple years ago. Not last year. I bet on Purdue last year. I'm not going to bet on Purdue in the Assembly Hall. They're going through the ringer. They're going through the ringer a little bit. This game's going to come down to the wire. I'm not advising, but let's go. Let's ride. Let's put on the red sweater and let's ride a little bit and mess up Braden Smith's tattoo a little bit. I'm going to get embarrassed, I know. I'm going to get embarrassed, but I'm going to take IU plus the points at home. Let's let it rise. I'll continue to let it rise. I like 4.5, but I'll watch it, see if it goes to 5.5 even, with everyone taking Purdue on the easy bet, right?
Yeah, right. That's why I'll be on IU plus the points as well. I think it's going to be a close, competitive game. I mean, you've gotten blown out your last. I mean, I guess the Nebraska game you didn't really necessarily get blown out, but they went on that run to, when you guys had control, went on that 13-0 run and the 16-1 run there in the second half to control that game and get the job done there in Assembly Hall. Then you got blown out by Iowa. I don't think that's going to happen. I see we get a close, competitive game. We're going to be right down the stretch, or they're going to be there right down the stretch. Give me IU plus the 4.5. Wait to bet it because I see that it might be going up a little bit. I'll take all the points I can get. But I think, Purdue struggles a little bit. I mean, everybody, like you said, they've lost 2 in a row. They lost out at UCLA, then they lost at home against Illinois. So what? Give me Indiana plus the 4.5.
I do like this play, the over for sure. And hey, I never act like an alum. I know. Hey, but you're raised by IU. It's how it is, man. Let's go Ball State. Hey, we'll take it. UMass versus Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio's laying 8.5. Get the fuck out of here. Lay it. I don't care. This one seems weird, I will admit. I expect it to be a little bit higher, but I think UMass has some dogs on their team athletically for sure. But Massachusetts defensively, they can get rebounds down low a little bit. I like how physical that they can play with Frank Martin, and they got some size for sure in Hank and Sanford. But when you got the heart of a lion of Miami, Ohio, you're gonna find a way, and it will. I mean, hell, they could cover this number. This game goes to overtime. I will lay it with the Red Hawks here at home on ESPNU, by the way.
Yeah. So that, on ESPNU makes me love it even better. I'm not going to get off this Red Hawks wagon. I'm going to keep riding it. It's been profitable. Why would we not just keep doing something that's been so good to us throughout this year? I know they didn't cover against Buffalo, but they did cover against Kent State in overtime, and they kind of seemingly cover basically the rest of the entire.
They covered against Toledo. They covered against Akron at home, they won outright. They covered against Central Michigan.
Actually, maybe didn't cover against Western Michigan because it was only an 11-point game. But
no, they did not. But they did cover against Central Michigan because they won by 39.
Yeah, and then covered against Bowling Green, covered against Ball State.
No, I don't know about that. I don't think they did.
9 points on the road?
No.
You think they were laying more than 9?
I don't know. We'll say what they were.
Anyway, lay it with Miami, national television game. I know, they've had a week off now after those 2 kind of scary games again in overtime. They were off this weekend, kind of get their mentals right after those 2 tough games. I think they roll here against Massachusetts. Lay it 8.5. Lock it up.
Where's Trevor? Creighton. Oh, God. Talk about battle of shit versus suck. Creighton laying 1.5 on the road up there in Marquette. Over unders 154.5. Take it away, Elliot. I don't want to talk about this game. I thought I never would bet Marquette again, but I'm kind of tempted to a little bit. I do like the over. I think that there's just going to be absolutely no defense from both these teams. My only worry is that Creighton just played in a 94-93 game with Xavier. So maybe with their pace, I don't expect them to run it up. But defense atrocious on both sides. I don't think even if a team is up 15, 20 points, you should be happy because you just don't know what to expect from either of these teams offensively. I can't believe I'm going to take Marquette here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a Marquette spot, unfortunately, for us. They lost to Creighton by 21. They're kind of right in the beginning of Big East play. Lost 84-63. I don't see why we wouldn't just bet back the over here. Over 155 is what I'm seeing now. I like that. I think that, like you said, there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. I think Creighton will score points. I think Marquette will also score a lot more than they did last time out against Creighton when they only put up 63. So yeah, give me the over 155.5. That's what I'm going to be betting on. I like that.
Oh, Boise State's laying 10.5 against San Jose State. Over unders 137.5. Man, I hate San Jose State. But I don't know if Boise State can win at margin on the road. I'll take San Jose State plus the points. I don't think even you can talk me into this bet, though.
I don't know if I want to talk you into this bet.
No, don't. They're horrible.
I kind of want to take Boise State, actually, minus the 10.5. They've kind of gotten things rolling here. I mean, shit. They beat Wyoming by 16 on the road, then absolutely just smoked Air Force at home. Why can't they just continue kind of the demolition tour before heading to Grand Canyon on Friday? I'll lay it with Boise State, but double digits on the road, no bet for me.
Yeah, no bets. Nevada laying 3.5 against Grand Canyon here. Over under is 140.5. Grand Canyon's been really fun. Good transition for them so far into conference play. In the Mountain West, they've won 3 in a row, had a good win against Fresno State, won by 11. Now they're getting a Nevada team that plays better at home, especially against some of these lower-end teams, but up to competition. Have they beaten anyone, really? I mean, yeah, Colorado State, Boise State at the start of Mountain West play. But since then, played tough against San Diego State, didn't really look good against Utah State, was kind of in it against New Mexico. I mean, they were in it. They played good in the pit. I'll give them their flowers. They were right there the whole way. It's tempting to take Grand Canyon plus the points, but I mean, 2 back-to-back road spots for them. I'll take Nevada. I don't love it, but I'll take Nevada here. I think Grand Canyon definitely can match up well with Nevada, but to go on the road twice in a row here, and we've seen Grand Canyon lay an egg on the road in the past at the start. I'll take Nevada. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll take Nevada as well. And I don't mind laying the 3.5. I think if it comes down to free throws down the stretch, they shoot the ball really well from the free throw line, almost 77% from the free throw line. So I think they get it done here. Grand Canyon haven't been as good on the road as they are typically at home. They've got Boise State coming into third place, where where they had just fresh off of the win against San Diego State in Global Credit Union Arena. Now they're going to get after the Utah State, San Diego State. Now they go on the road. Fresno State beat them. I think they get clipped here by Nevada, and then they respond with another victory against Boise State, possibly on Friday. So give me Nevada minus 3.5. I like them to get it done here.
All right. New Mexico versus UNLV. New Mexico is laying 4.5 against Nevada, Las Vegas. Over-under is 156.5. Final game of the night. New Mexico always struggles at UNLV. They're great in the pit against them, but they always struggle at UNLV. They even did against whatever Lon Kruger's son's name was that was there, Kevin, I believe. Yeah, Kevin. On a CBS Sports Network game. Give me UNLV plus the points. I predicted them at home against Boise State. They got it done outright. I think that they can get this done too. I'll take UNLV plus the points.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you on this game. You know, UNLV, they looked really good against Utah State. Dropped that game to San Diego State at home. Now they got their second straight home game. I think that they can be competitive here in this game. Give me UNLV plus the 4.5. I think, you know, at Utah State, they played really well. They figured some things out. Had a back-to-back spot where you played another tough team in San Diego State. That game, I know it ended in 11, but it was a little closer than that. I think did it go to? Maybe it wasn't as close as I thought it was. I thought it got a little close down the stretch, but looks like it didn't. I think I was thinking of the San Diego State New Mexico game. Was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, I was thinking of the Saturday before. But yeah, give me UNLV plus the 4.5. I think they're able to get it done here. And no TMB, I do not have a wig. Hair. No wig. Just a bunch of hair that I'm hopefully gonna get cut this weekend.
No. I wanted to grow mine out too, but we'll see. But hey, that was a great episode. Super Tuesday episode, under 2 hours here. Good mix of P5 mid-majors. We get day basketball tomorrow. Shout out the snowstorm. Hopefully it took a snowstorm to realize, hey, maybe we should play some games earlier next year most of the time for the most part. Rhythm play of the day, I believe, is 30-21 on the season. I think we should bring it back for tonight, Elliot, to round us off in lieu of our good partner and CEO, Megan, and she will be on our episode here soon. Now, we could do like a 2-team moneyline parlay of Dayton, Vanderbilt, Dayton, UIC, the over in those games. Rhythm likes UNLV.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the over 155.5 in that Creighton Marquette game. I don't know what you thought about that. I know you maybe had liked the over there.
Yeah, I like that. I also like the over in the Richmond VCU game as well.
Yep, I could do that one too. I could get behind either one of those.
Let's do it. All right. Let's do the over for VCU and Richmond, 155.5 here. Let's get it done to end our show here. It was great to be back. Missed one last night. I know you guys are gonna be talking about nothing with a bunch of postpones. Just kidding. But looked like you guys had a good night last night. 2 and 3 for you, but Trevor, hey, we're always happy to see Trevor happy and rolling for sure. And it was a great episode tonight. Solid. Elliot, on the year, 645, 601. Is that up to date or Is because you were. I don't know if you've counted your Saturday bets, but
No, I need to count Saturday and I need to count tonight. I didn't add that in.
So he would be Elliot would be 688 and 640 this year. I have 942 and 781 on the season. Elliot and I both sitting at 75 units total on the season together. Absolutely.
Don't forget, I got the 6 now. I got 688, 640, and 6.
And 6. Yeah, I only had one push, so yeah,
It's been impressive. I've been getting pushes here as of late.
I don't like I'll randomly count the push sometimes. I'm like, and then I randomly not. I'm like, literally out of all these bets I've had almost 2,000 bets this season already, and I have had one push. So I find it always funny. I had a lot more previously, but I feel like I only get pushes on like Caesar's books compared to other sites for
mine
sure.
Comes a lot on Fanatics is where mine comes a lot on.
Yeah, well, they kicked me off, and their fucking jerseys are phony and fake. If you go look at their jerseys, like, yeah, Oklahoma State really just plays with that yeah, man, they just play with the cowboy logo right here. Like, anyway, I'm done bitching. But it was a good episode. It felt good to be back with you guys. I'll be back for this rest of the week. Be back next week as well. And then next Wednesday, the Rhythm got moved with their interview with the CEO. So looking forward to that as well. We got some great episodes. I mean, make sure you're smelling the roses. You're only 4 weeks from conference tournament play starts, from the mid-major conference play. And then you'll blink in the eye, and then the conference tournaments for P5, and then it's Selection Sunday, and then it's March Madness. So enjoy these weekends. Now that this is a college basketball takeover, football, they're trying to extend it, make football go longer. You know what? Screw them. What do you got? You don't want to watch 6 hours of the Super Bowl mashup and all the bullshit that they talk. And, he knew someone from high school. Well, I don't give a fuck. Watch Florida Atlantic versus South Florida on a Sunday. Watch something like that leading up to the Super Bowl. We own the weekend now. This is college basketball's time. Make sure you smell the roses. Elliot, let's fucking go, brother.
Yes, sir. Shout out CBS Sports Network. Should be a fun slate for them tomorrow. Starting out with a nice little early game at 3, 4 Eastern, and then you roll just basically a quadruple header. You got Northwestern State, Stephen F. Austin, Richmond at VCU, and then the late slate was St. Joe's, Loyola, Chicago, and New Mexico, UNLV. So, maybe not the best games, but shout out to them for, on a Tuesday, putting up a quadruple header there on CBS Network. I love that.
They've done that a lot, I feel like, on weekdays too, bro. Like, I feel like they've done, like, shout out CBS Sports Network. They've been cooking this season. Let's make them keep cooking, guys. Like, let's flood the CBS Sports Network Twitter with all whoever's listening to this, our little following here. Tweet at CBS Sports Network. Keep telling them they're doing a good job, and we want more. Send that more meme. We got more day games on Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow night. We got to go over 54 basketball games for Wednesday, and then we of course be back Wednesday night for 56 games. 21 games on Friday, 21, and then 144 games on Saturday. We got to chop up. We'll figure out the snow. There's hopefully not going to be many more delays. Let's continue rocking. This is the Pump Fake Pod. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that like. Appreciate you. Robert Martin, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, Robert Martin. Let's freaking go. Got the 70s flow rocking. Let's freaking keep it rolling, and let's get to 60 units tomorrow. Cheers, everyone, and have a great night. Stay safe. Stay warm. Hit that like and subscribe.